to Smoking and Joking with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Even if I did, I wouldn't do any damn good. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with some Mayor McCheese action, little Vaughn action, morning coffee.
Alrighty, good morning. It is Morning Coffee 226. And wow, what a difference 24 hours makes, right? Candace has fled news unit. And she didn't even get on a plane to go back to Taiwan like she said she was going to do. She is still in Wisconsin. So she's refusing to answer her phone. I even tried this morning. She's refusing to answer her phone. This is just incredibly ironic. The very person that actually does care about her, namely me, she don't want nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it's because you're broke, miserable, misogynistic, and expect way more than what you fucking deserve. Ever thought of it that way?
But she'll go to everybody else's house.
Hey, Corey, how you doing?
Except mine.
Thank you.
So, I don't know. Maybe she's in some kind of denial or some shit. I don't know. What. It's kind of crazy. But in any event, that's the way things are.
Yeah, it says, did I piss you off? Good. Then I'm doing something right.
Or I guess, but whatever. Anyway, but she's refusing to answer her phone. I don't know if she's alive or dead. I don't know if she's okay. I guess it doesn't fucking matter. Because she will not pick up her damn phone. I mean, I called. I know I must have called 10 times yesterday. And she flat refused to answer. And now that I know she wasn't on a plane, and that she was at some, I don't know, some kind of grocery mart or some shit. That's the way it sounded to me anyway. She could have picked up her phone, but she didn't. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, I thought she might have been in trouble. But apparently she's okay wherever she's at. It's really interesting that I no sooner fall asleep than all hell breaks loose. After I'm asleep. But here's the thing. Let's be real, okay? Nobody tried to call me to wake me up. Nobody left me a message except one person.
Yeah, and why would anybody get a hold of you? You're not important enough. You're flat not important enough. And why would Candace want to get in touch with you? You pushy old bastard.
Now, John did leave me a link to join his live, but, by then I was asleep, obviously. He should have rang me, because if he'd have rang me, I would have woke up. But anyway, the thing with Candace is just interesting, The one person that does care about her and that does want to help her, she won't want nothing to do with him. She'll talk to 1,000 other guys, but she won't talk to me. Go figure. So she's in some kind of state of denial or some shit, I guess. That's the only thing I...
No, she seems pretty rational. He's got a house to live in. And he's younger. He's got a little more going on. You have nothing going on. You're 4 years older than me. You're living in your car and you're broke. You really expect this woman to come running towards you? You're an idiot.
I know to call it. I don't know what you'd call it. I'd call it a state of denial. But anyways, yeah, so that's the deal on Candace. Don't know what her story is. Todd, I met Todd in in Jess's live, and he tried to play it off like he's not responsible for me being in my car when he absolutely knows that he is. Because if he hadn't made a big drama about these damn property liens, I wouldn't be sitting in my car right now because, hey, the backers wouldn't have got involved.
Hey, if you'd have paid your fucking taxes, you wouldn't be sitting in your car. And Todd wouldn't have been able to buy your liens. How about that?
It's just that fucking simple. This is not a complex. This is not rocket science. If he had not made a big fucking deal out of those damn, I keep wanting to say student loans, but they're fucking property liens. If he hadn't made a big deal out of that, I wouldn't be in my car right now.
He's not
That's
the
the
reason you're
truth.
in a car.
That's the absolute truth. And there's no way you can get around it. No way. So, I think in fairness, he should help me out. Gee, wow, what a thing, what a coincidence. But it figures that as soon as I go to bed, about 11:30, I guess I crashed out about 11:30, and then at 12 o'clock, all hell breaks loose. So, well, at least I'm asleep and nobody can blame me for it. So, which is what Lowe and Smoky Saint love to do. They love to blame me for everything. News unit, I have no idea why you have well-known, well-documented YouTube trolls on your channel, but hey, man, that's on you. That ain't on me, I mean, I personally, News unit, I think you might be a decent guy. But Smoky Saint and Lovesick Low are known YouTube trolls. They have a long history of harassing people on YouTube and disparaging people on YouTube. They just do. I mean, I don't know why you have them on your show. It was quite a shock to me. I mean, like I've stated numerous times, Will Kincaid told me to my face. He told me to my face that he is the king of trolls. He said those words, and he wasn't joking around either. He was dead serious. Okay, imagine my surprise. I got a double surprise out of this whole fracas. I got a double surprise. I got Candace showing up in America, and I got two of my longtime haters and well-known YouTube trolls showing up on somebody else's channel that I never even heard of, never had anything to do with.
Hey,
and so wow, what a shock to my system, huh? So this whole fracas is just full of surprises. But anyway, she is still in Wisconsin, apparently, at some dive or some grocery store or some shit. I don't know where the fuck she's at, but whatever. In any event, and it was funny, somebody said they didn't think she had left Wisconsin, and they ended up being right. Well, I'm going to pay more attention to that individual, whoever it was. I have to go back and see who said that, because they were right. She's still in Wisconsin. I'm thinking, I'm sitting here thinking she's on a plane going back.
She just doesn't want to fucking talk to you, man. Can't you just take a hint and a breath mint? She doesn't want to talk to you. Take a hint and a breath mint, dude. Oh, and I want to tell y'all there's going to be a special Bad After Dark tonight. I'm going to be going over the interview with Will that TJ and Carrie did. That will be at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. Be there.
Back to Taiwan to her mom because, allegedly her mom said, hey, come on back home. Whatever. Now they're saying that her mom didn't say that, and her mom said, hey, tour America. So I don't know, man. Too much information, I guess. I don't know. That's really bizarre. Anyways, so yeah, whole fracas on that. But as far as I know, News Unit might be a decent guy, but he does have.
Rest in peace, Cobes. I know you didn't have any peace while you were alive. But hopefully you're resting in peace now.
Some trolls in his cadre that he probably should reevaluate. But that's on him. That ain't on me. It's his show. He does what he wants. In any event, moving right along. um, Trump is now saying that he is uh, uh, having second thoughts about some things in regards to the whole Russia Ukraine thing, and in regards to the Middle East. I guess in light of the death of Charlie Kirk, and it's good. One of the good things about Charlie Kirk being gone is that we do need to sit back and reflect on. Um,
There is no good thing about someone being dead, you idiot. There is never a good thing about a person being dead. I don't want you to die. I want you, but you'd be surprised at what you could fucking live through. I don't know. I've been through a few of them. Didn't die, but you'd be surprised at what you can live through. You haven't been there yet. You will. You will.
the reasons why this occurred. My understanding is that Charlie Kirk was um, leaving the Judeo-Christian
You know what? I would trade Cobes for this thing and J Dubs. They could have. You know what? Satan can have them both if we get Cobes back. I'd rather have Cobes than this son of a bitch and J Dubs. A million times and 10,000 times on Sunday.
aspect and possibly even going full Catholic. Of course, in my opinion, that would be going out of the frying pan and into the microwave oven. But hey, I think that monotheism is just bad all the way around. But whatever. I mean, that's Charlie Kirk's business, not mine. Now, the thing of it is that Candace is now on a tear. The other Candace, Charlie Kirk's Candace. Let me clarify. Charlie Kirk's Candace is now on a tear because apparently Charlie Kirk was besmirched by. Well, we know about the MSNBC flap. We know that was, and supposedly somebody got fired for that shit. But yeah, that was in bad taste. Dissing somebody just as soon as they die. I mean, holy fuck, man, that's pretty sick. And somebody got fired at MSNBC
Hey,
because of
Lady
it.
Starfire, how you
So
doing,
that was dealt
honey?
with rather swiftly, which is good. However, apparently others had disparaged Kirk after being murdered. Well, assassinated. Let's say it right. He was assassinated, not just murdered. But and so Candace, the other Candace, the Candace that knows Charlie Kirk, she's
Get to it.
on a tear now, trying to right some wrongs about Charlie. But now she seems to indicate that he was leaving Judeo-Christianism and going full blown Catholic, and it's in light of the fact that he was having second thoughts about his support for a certain country and a certain group of people. Let's just say that. And so Von Helton was right yet again.
Von Helton is never right, always and forever.
Because I made it abundantly clear that he was assassinated for his political and religious beliefs. And wow, it turns out I was absolutely right on that shit. Who knew? So
Von Helton, you're
yeah,
never right.
Von Helton was right. Number whatever the fuck, 200 and some. I'd have to go look. But in any event, the point is, I guess I could technically call this an I was right video, but there's a lot more to discuss. Anyway.
You couldn't even get the man's age right. Couldn't even get his age right. let alone any other facts.
The thing of it is, though, is that yes, when in the advent of Charlie Kirk's death, it's good that we stop and reflect on the things that are going on in this world and
Aw.
reevaluate our situation. And I've made my expressions known to certain people about a certain group of people and a certain country. And I don't hate anybody. I'm on record. I do not hate anybody. I hate ideologies that want to kill me. Wow, what a shock. If there's an ideology out there that says, us pagans need to be boiled in fucking oil, well, obviously I'm not going to be too thrilled with that, right? So, obviously I'm gonna speak out about that shit. Common sense. Hello. So, just some books out there, folks, are extremely vile, and not just us pagans, but to people in general.
I say someone's beliefs are someone's beliefs, but everything Vaughn is quote unquote believing is shit that he's made up or cabbaged onto from movies. He thinks he's Doctor Strange. He actually thinks he's going to make himself a deity. He thinks there's a ceremony where he can, he thinks that he can make himself a deity.
And I read that and I just absolutely lost my shit. And it's like, what the fuck? You want to enslave my ass? No, I
Hey, all
don't
my
think so.
mirrors.
I think that's a bad idea.
No, not yet, all
I think
my
that's a
mirrors.
very bad idea. And I
Hey,
also think it runs
Julian.
contrary to the Constitution of the United States. And I think people that support that kind of an agenda need to be fucking deported or thrown in jail or some shit. And if it gets too bad, then they need to be executed for treason. Now, maybe it won't rise to that level, but if you support an ideology where I should be fucking enslaved, yeah, we got a problem, a big one. Because I'm not keen on that. And neither is the Founding Fathers. And neither is the Constitution or the Bill of Rights. So, yeah, there's some things that need to be adjusted around here, but it sure as fuck ain't me. Because I'm not the one that's got not one, but two documents out there saying that pagans should be boiled in oil, we should be enslaved, we should sacrifice. What the fuck? Yeah.
Let's see them. Put up or shut up. Put up or shut up.
No, you take your fucking written documents and you can shove them right up your motherfucking ass. Okay, let's just get that shit out of the way. So yes, I have been outspoken, and apparently Charlie Kirk was finding out some things that he was not privy
He could be a talking paperweight.
to before, and he was starting to have a change of mind, and so they killed his ass for it.
Hey, Freddie, how you doing, brother man?
100% right. And it's a shame. I mean, I'm not saying I'm right to glorify myself or any shit like that, because obviously this is a tragedy. But it wasn't really hard for me to figure out. When you read a document, a book, whatever, that is vile like that, it doesn't take long for someone's opinion to change. And what I read, it was just the most vilest shit I ever read in my life. I couldn't believe it. So, I was right. He was killed for his religious and political beliefs. I mean, he just was assassinated. He was assassinated for those things, and so I ended up being 100% right. Moving on to the big fart that Atlas let. which, by the way, is deadly and can kill us all. Still no talk from anyone about the gas. Nobody knows where the fuck it's at. Nobody's talking about, hey, we need to track this gas and make sure it doesn't hit the earth and all this, Not a peep about it at all. So it's like, well, okay, the thing farts deadly gas.
Wouldn't it burn up in our atmosphere? If it was to enter our atmosphere, wouldn't it burn up in our atmosphere? I don't know. I mean, I would think it would. I would think it would burn up in our atmosphere.
In our general direction, and nobody seems concerned. So, hey, okay. You don't want to be concerned? I won't be concerned, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, crazy shit. Anyways, so, yeah, let's see. What else?
No, for aces.
I think that's about it, really, for the moment. There's not really not much going on. We're kind of chilling like a villain until October 3rd, and then see what Atlas does. Maybe it'll fart again. I don't know. We'll have to see.
One of your farts could render a space uninhabitable. Besides, I think the gas would probably burn up in our atmosphere before it could rain down unholy terror on us. Damn.
But yeah, we're gonna wait and see what Atlas does, if anything. And again, NASA's official policy still is that Atlas is nothing but a rock, even though we've now seen it slow down. We've now seen it stop its inward activity, its internal activity. We've seen its lights go on and off, internal lights. We've seen those go on and off. We've seen
No, he's not.
it literally change colors from blue to red and now to green. But hey, it's just a rock, right, NASA? Oh my God. Okay, whatever, dude. I mean, the thing is exhaling carbon dioxide.
Hang on, let me get there.
Now, is it inhaling oxygen? I don't know. But it's exhaling carbon dioxide, and it's shedding carbon the closer it gets to the sun. So it's obviously a carbon-based life form because it's shedding carbon. Duh. And it's exhaling carbon dioxide, which leads me to believe that it is a living organism of some kind. How it's getting oxygen or whatever it breathes in to live, I do not know. Maybe that's some of the things that the scientists can actually knuckle down and try to figure out what it's inhaling in order to live. Because if it's inhaling methane, that would explain the toxic gas.
All right, let's look at this short real quick.
And I just thought I'd let you guys know that I'm about to save you a whole lot of aggravation and frustration. How do I know that I've got a real female instead of a trans? Very simple. You either coax her to pull down her belt a little bit so that you can look in there. And if you look in there, you pull the belt out, pull the belt out, or pull it down a little bit, you should see 3 little indentations on her backside, just above the butt crack. There'll be 3 little indentations in an inverted triangle. If you see those 3 little indentations on her backside there, she's 100% female. If you do not, then she is a transgender and you run like hell. You run like hell or you tell her to get the fuck out of the house.
What? What? I'm sorry. But what? And men have a cervix. God, you're stupid. You don't know anything about anatomy. How about
Because it's not.
looking and see if they've got anything in the front? If they got a pecker and you don't want pecker, tell them that you're not interested. If they got a female part and you're interested, ask them if they are interested. Which, that's never going to fucking happen for you unless you pay for it.
A real female. It's a man. And they say, well, Bon, excuse me, Bon, how does this work? Okay, what it is, there is major differences between the male skeleton and the female skeleton, particularly in the pelvic area. Because, as you know, be able to expand in order to give birth to your child. Okay, so that causes major differences in the pelvis of a female versus the pelvis of a male. And so that's why women have these 3 little dots on their backside. And you really don't even have to embarrass them at all. You just pull the belt down a little bit. Boom, boom. There's 2 at the top. Those are called dimples of Diana or some crap like that. And then the 3rd little indentation is down near the butt crack, just before you get to the butt crack. And you should see 3 little indentations, and then you'll know that is indeed a real 100% female. So I hope this helps you guys before you get into trouble or before you get embarrassed. And this is a surefire way to know you got 100% female, because they'll have them 3 little indentations. Now, if they're morbidly obese, okay, you might have a problem finding the indentations. But most women, thankfully, are not morbidly obese. So, they should be back there. They should be back there in some capacity. You should be able to see 3 little, and they make an inverted triangle, which is kind of interesting.
Hey, all my mirrors.
It's almost as if the gods are saying, hey, feminine power, But, and who knows, it might be, because, like I said, they're like dimples of Diana or some shit like that. But anyways, so I thought I'd help you guys out. So now you know, and knowing is half the battle, right? Forewarned is forearmed and all that good shit. So now you know whether you got a real female, you know.
I hope y'all were taking copious notes, because I didn't listen to a word this fucker said. He thinks men have a cervix. Ask him about it if you're ever trolling him. Ask him how his cervix is doing. I'm being completely serious. Ask Blue. Because I'll ask Blue how his cervix is doing.
If it's inhaling oxygen, then that doesn't explain the gas. What is, if this thing is exhaling carbon dioxide, it must be inhaling something. So maybe the eggheads can knuckle down and see if they can figure out what Atlas is inhaling if it's exhaling carbon dioxide. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be oxygen. It could be methane. It could be it could be a whole host of different things. We don't know. But this is perturbing. It's perturbing me that I can't get anybody locked down on where the hell this gaseous cloud is, because it's made out of chemicals that could kill us, literally kill us. and nobody's talking about the damn thing, and it's got me kind of edgy, really, to be honest. Because I mean, you would think a big ball of deadly gas heading towards Earth would be pretty fucking interesting. It would be.
Well, I'm sure if it was something of interest, they would let us know. Don't you think, chicken little? The sky is falling! The sky is falling!
Something that everybody would be discussing, but apparently nobody's discussing this shit. So okay, whatever, you know. But anyways, let me see. I try to think. I reckon that's about it. I think that's about all we got. But yeah, just So Candace is alive, but for how long is debatable because obviously the longer she stays in the United States without a chaperone, the more she puts herself at risk of being arrested. Because Candace, if you're watching, honey, you have to have a chaperone when you're in the United States. You can't just be out by yourself because you'll be arrested. Okay,
Why?
you have to have a chaperone. You have to have somebody that's willing to represent you while you're here in the States. Okay, you really
Why does she need a chaperone? What the fuck are you talking about? You are so dumb.
should have come to me. You know, the one that actually cares about you? Yeah, that would be me. You should have come to me and I would chaperone you. I would take you down here to the government building and we could try to get you squared away. But you, for some reason, you want to go to everybody on the damn planet except the guy that actually gives a shit about you and actually wants to help you. And then I don't know if it was dumb luck or fate or the gods or whatever, but you wait until after I go to sleep and then start a bunch of shit. I guess I went to sleep about 11:30, something like that. And then about 12 o'clock, all hell breaks loose. Now, like I said, someone did message me, but I mean, I'm asleep. Should have called me, should have woke me up, should have rang my phone and woke me up. But whatever. But she is
I'm
alive, at
pretty
least
sure.
for now. Hopefully she's not in any danger.
Yeah,
But
she
she
is
needs to
35.
understand that as long as she's in the United States, she must have a chaperone. She must have an American that is willing to
No, she doesn't. Why would she need a chaperone?
chaperone her and guide her and tell her about how things work here in the United States, et cetera, which I was more than happy to do. But she don't want to be with me for some stupid reason. I don't know why. The very person that actually does give a shit about her, she don't want to be with. She wants to be with everybody else on the planet except the guy that actually cares. So I can't make heads or tails out of that. Yeah, it must be a woman thing because I'm sure as fuck not understanding it. That's for sure. Of course, us guys, we tend to be logical, whereas the women tend to be emotional, and so there's all that rigmarole. But whatever. The point is that she is alive, she is okay, so that's good, and that's one relief. I mean, I called her. I must have called her like 10 fucking times yesterday. She wouldn't answer her phone, and I'm thinking, well, maybe she's on the plane where you can't make a phone call. But no, she never got on a plane. She's right there in Wisconsin still. It's some. He made it sound like it's a damn grocery store. He said, I'm gonna go to this place and get some groceries. I was like, fuck, what the hell? So she's at a grocery store, I guess. Some grocery stores do have an area where you can sit and eat, and so maybe that's what it was. It's a large grocery store that has seating arrangements of some kind. I don't know. I don't know. I just I'm the one that actually does care about her and wants to help her get acclimated to the United States. And
No, you want to have sex with her and you want her to bear your children. That's what you want to do. And she doesn't want to come live in your fucking car.
You know, but she's not interested in that shit. So okay, you know, she'd rather go to everybody else on the planet than me. I don't know why, but she would. So okay. But yes, Candace, understand you must have a chaperone when you're in the States. Somebody that is willing to vouch for you and represent you while you're here until you can go to the government office and get some documentation. Okay? Because if you're going to stay here, you're going to have to get some documentation of some kind. You're either going to have to get a green card, or you're going to have to get a visa, or you're going to have to get sworn in. Those are your three options. You either got to get a green card, a visa, or you got to get sworn in. Now, I was willing to take you down here to the government building and get you sworn in.
You are so full of fucking shit, Von Helton. Shut your filthy fucking pipe. You are lying through your toothless maw. People travel here all the damn time. Are you going to tell me that every foreign family that goes to Disneyland has a chaperone? God, you're stupid.
As a U.S. citizen. But you don't want to do that? You don't want to do that? Okay, whatever. You know,
Freddie,
whatever, man.
remember for
I don't care.
20
You know,
months,
whatever floats your
crazy
boat and keeps the seaman
bastard.
coming, I guess.
This is what he has to say to me. Damn, time sure passed by quickly, hasn't it? It sure has, Freddie. You know something? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you stuck by me. And I want to thank you for supporting the channel, supporting me, being my brother in arms, man. You're awesome sauce.
But in any event, Candace is alive, so that's a relief because I was worried about her. I don't know why. I just, you know, I'm crazy about the girl. I want to see her do well, but she's not. She's not reciprocating. So you know.
No, she doesn't want you. Let's face it, Vaughn, she's just not into you at all. She's not into the whole homeless, I'm living in a car thing. She isn't into it.
What are you going to do when someone won't reciprocate, right?
And she probably isn't into the old man balls neither. You know? She probably isn't.
Well, there's not a damn thing you do, right? Not a damn thing. So, oh well, whatever. Anyway, this morning coffee 226 in the
Hey,
can.
Otter, a call
I'm
how
trying
you
to
know.
think if there's anything else going on out there, and I am drawing a blank at the moment. So, you know, but when I hear something, especially about this damn gas cloud, I don't know if it's heading our way. I don't know if it got swallowed up by the sun. I don't know if Jupiter grabbed a hold of it. I don't know. And but it is worrisome. But I'll try to find out some info on it if I can. Anyway, so y'all have a pleasant day and better tomorrow. Bye.
Ugh. Stupid bastard. God, he's dumber than hell. He is. He is dumber than hell. Asteroid R2 Swan.
Alrighty, boys and girls. This is an urgent message to everyone. This is not a joke.
It is not a joke, guys. So we better listen up.
See anybody laughing or making jokes, you will be summarily removed without an explanation, because this is serious as fuck. We are now getting reports that a new rock has just entered the fray, and it's what the fuck was its name? Spark, I think it is Spark or Shark or something like that. And this thing is, I mean, it's moving at fucking breakneck speed. And it is literally on an intercept course with Atlas. And this thing is making all kinds of micro course corrections. What does that mean, class? And its tail is unusually long for a normal comet. And it is literally, I mean, it's moving at breakneck speed. They had a quick little glint of it as it was coming past the sun, and it was just, it's absolutely flying. Now here's the thing: it's going to intercept Atlas. I think they said either sometime in September or October, and I would love to go back and see what the damn correct name is, but unfortunately, if I go out of this, I'll lose it. It'll die. So I can't
Yeah, your crapper net is really crapping.
do that shit. But yeah, we got
He's super serial, guys. He's super serious.
another rock moving in, man. And it is flat out shitting and
Hey,
getting,
Orem Dubs.
and like I said, it's making all these micro course corrections. Well, what does that tell you, folks? That tells you it ain't a normal rock, right? Yeah, of course. That's exactly what it does. But it'll make like say if it's off a degree or two, it'll make a 2-degree course correction. Is a rock going to do that? No, a rock is not going to do that. But this son of a bitch is heading straight for Atlas, like no tomorrow. And it's like, what the fuck's going on? So this shit just got real. Okay, times 10. This shit just got real times 10. Now, what in the hell's getting ready to go down? Well, I don't know. I wish I could sit here and tell you, but I don't know. What I do know is that it's moving fast. Really, really fast. And it's on an intercept course with Atlas.
So, what? So what? What's that got to do with anything? Where are you getting your information?
So I don't know what the hell's getting ready to go down. Of course, I have been asking the universe, hey guys, I mean, what's up with Atlas? What's going on with Atlas? And if Atlas is dangerous, maybe you ought to help us out. And now, boom, out of nowhere comes this other rock. R something Spark or Smoke? No, not Smoke. Spark, Smart, something like that. You guys can look it up on your own time and get the correct name. And when you do get the correct name, leave it in the comment. But yeah, this is not a joke. This shit's real. This shit's hardcore. And it is flat out shitting and getting. And it's going to intercept Atlas, I guess, sometime in September or October.
Go to Weekly World News for all your news needs. We get the scoop.
So, damn, what the hell's going on now, right? Shit just got real times 10. So, I mean, is this... it's making micro course corrections, so it's obviously not a fucking rock. Come on. Rocks don't do that shit. Rocks just go through the fucking space. They don't make course corrections. Not micro ones, especially. This is making little tiny 1 or 2 degree course corrections. What the fuck? Yeah, that's not normal.
And we can only keep an eye on so much space. Good God Almighty. Your beard looks like pubic hair, man. I'd shave that shit off. Your beard and mustache look like pubic hair. It does. It looks like fucking pubic hair. There isn't anything we can do about it if an asteroid does hit the Earth. Just bend over, kiss your ass goodbye. If it doesn't kill the planet, it'll send us into a nuclear winter. Make us wish it did.
No way. No fucking way is that normal. That means it's piloted, folks. It's under some kind of control anyway. But yeah, it's making like 2 degree, 3 degree course corrections and shit. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, so that ain't normal. So this thing's heading pell-mell for Atlas as fast as it can fucking go. So, Now, the video I watched said that Atlas may be able to get away because Atlas is going to try to show up like 3 days before it gets here, before the other one gets here. But I got a funny feeling this thing's going to speed up and intercept Atlas. Because it's literally tracking to come right at Atlas. Yeah. Yeah, something's up, man. What the fuck?
Damn.
What's going on? And you know, I have just been reminded of that verse in the Bible that says, "And there was war in the heavens." And that just came to me just now. So, war in the heavens, huh? Well, it sure looks like it might be, huh? But yeah, man, I mean, they said this thing is just absolutely shitting and getting as fast as it can go, heading straight for Atlas. Just come out of nowhere. The guy on the video is like, nobody even saw it coming. It just come right out of fucking nowhere, and it's heading straight for Atlas. So, the plot thickens, Watson. Definitely, the plot thickens. So, wow. Like I said, man, keep your head on a swivel because this shit just got real. So keep your head on a swivel because it's untelling what the hell's going on. So okay, so now we got Apophis and we got Atlas and now we got this Spark or whatever. I'll try to get the correct name and put it in the title and in the comment section. But it's like what the fuck is going on, man? This has gotten crazy. This has gotten fucking insane, dude.
It's all old news. Are you checking the dates on any of this stuff? Before you run your mouth and look dumb?
This is nuts. But yeah, man, the guy in the video, he's all excited. He's like, holy shit, this thing's heading straight for Atlas as fast as they can go. What's up with that? And he said it's making micro course corrections as it goes to make sure it's on track to intercept Atlas. But now he said in the video, he still thought Atlas might be able to get away because it might get there about 2 or 3 days before Spark does or whatever its name is. But I got a funny feeling Spark's going to speed up and intercept Atlas. How much you want to bet? I got a funny feeling. Call it a hunch. Call it a hunch. But I got a funny feeling this thing's going to speed
Our
up
Lady of the
dramatically
Bucket, how
in order to
you
intercept
doing?
Atlas for some reason.
Hey, Cat,
And I
how
said,
you
hey,
doing,
man, if Atlas
honey?
poses a threat, hey, you guys do something, if it poses a threat. Well, here comes Spark, or whatever its name is. Out of literally, guy in the video says it come out of nowhere. And they're calling it R something Spark, big long number, for a 4-count number. Spark. I think it's Spark. It's Spark or Smart or something like that. I'll put the correct name in the title when I'm done with this. But yeah, man. What's up now? What in the hell's going on now? Things just went up 10 notches, you know. So there was war in the heavens, folks.
Only you. Only you. You crazy bastard.
Looks like they're gonna be, because you got Atlas coming, you got Apophis coming, and now this other rocks are coming. My. I guess we'll have to wait and see, huh? Damn, this is nuts, man. This is getting crazy. And the scientists are absolutely flipping their shit. They're like, what the fuck is going on? They don't know. They don't know any more than I do. They don't know any more than I do, man. They said this thing came out of nowhere. It totally caught them by surprise. And the only thing I can say is, well, you know, I did kind of ask for some protection, just in case Atlas did turn out to be dangerous. So, oh well, here comes this other rock out of nowhere. R something, you know, R and like 4 numbers, and then the name, you know, because that's how they do normal comments. And it's like, you know, now he said this thing ain't been around since way before mankind. Its last trip here was like way before mankind, or something to that effect. I forget the exact wordage he used. But yeah, this is pretty intense now, isn't it? Yeah, going crazy. This shit's going crazy.
Yeah, we get the gist. You're boring me to tears. Okay, let's see what else we got. Let's see, Fat Photog. Waiting for Candace.
Alrighty, good morning. It is Morning Coffee 226. And wow, what a difference 24 hours makes, right? Candace has fled news unit. And she didn't even get on a plane to go back to Taiwan like she said she was going to do. She is still in Wisconsin.
Welcome back, Corey.
She's refusing to answer her phone. I even tried this morning. She's refusing to answer her phone. This is just incredibly ironic. The very person that actually does care about her, namely me, she don't want nothing to do with me.
Vaughn lost his property. Where the heck am I gonna stay? I did not say I want to stay in his car with him. I'm a woman. I need to shower. I need to go to a place. I need, if what if, I need to clean. If I stay in his car with him, where am I gonna shower?
But she'll go to everybody else's house on the planet except mine. So, you know.
What house? Where is she going to visit you at? You are nasty. Even whenever you lived in a house, you were nasty.
I don't know. Maybe she's in some kind of denial or some shit. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But in any event.
Do you find Vaughn to be an attractive man?
I find him to be really old.
But she's refusing to answer her phone. I don't know if she's alive or dead. I don't know if she's okay. I guess it doesn't fucking matter. Because she will not pick up her damn phone. I mean, I called. I know I must have called 10 times yesterday. And she flat refused to answer. And now that I know she wasn't on a plane, and that she was at some, I don't know, some kind of grocery mart or some shit. That's the way it sounded to me, anyway. She could have picked up her phone, but she didn't. So I don't know what's going on. You know, I mean, I thought she might have been in trouble. But apparently she's okay wherever she's at. It's really interesting that I no sooner fall asleep than all hell breaks loose.
So, Candace, what made you think this was a good idea to go to this guy's house? I don't understand. What made you... What were you on drugs or something when you made this decision? Like, what happened?
Yeah, you should have gone and hung out with John. You would have had a much better time.
Yeah, you should at least hung out with
Why
me.
don't you go hang out?
You went to the wrong guy.
Yeah, I probably should have gone to John, right? I probably shouldn't have.
John now. You can still go. John, can she go stay with you?
John, can I go stay with you?
Are you gonna get fucking blood all over my car? Or what's going on?
No, because my menstrual cycle is already finished, so no, unless it's next month.
All right.
John, the correct answer is yes.
You and Vaughn
have been saying, please come, Candace, please come, Candace. So here you are. So the correct answer is yes.
Well, I don't feel really fucking happy when she fucking said she was gonna come see me, and the next day she's like, "Oh, I'm in fucking Wisconsin." It's like, what the fuck happened?
So you were going to see John. Boy, this girl's... Damn. She has no standards. She kind of reeks of desperation to me.
Because I want to do a celebration of life.
Let me tell you something.
But here's the thing. Let's be real, okay? Nobody tried to call me to wake me up. Nobody left me a message.
Hey, Eileen,
except one person. Now John did leave me a link to join his live, but by then I was asleep. Obviously, he should have rang me, because if he'd have rang me, I would have woke up. But anyway, the thing with Candace is just interesting. The one person that does care about her and that does want to help her, she won't want nothing to do with. She'll talk to 1,000 other guys, but she won't talk to me. Go figure. So she's in some kind of state of denial or some shit, I guess. That's the only thing I know to call it.
Denial.
I don't know what you'd call it. I'd call it a state of denial.
She don't want your stinky old man balls. She doesn't want you, period. Period.
But anyways, so that's the deal on Candace. Don't know what her story is. Todd, I met Todd in Jess's live, and he tried to play it off like he's not responsible for me being in my car when he absolutely knows that he is.
My wife's in a fucking mental institution. My parents are dead, and my kids will never see their parents again. Where the fuck are you at, dude? Where the fuck are you at,
dude? Nothing to do with any of that. Where am I at?
You didn't have nothing to do with any of that. You didn't go buy my fucking liens and start this shit.
That has nothing to do with it. Yeah,
it has everything to do with it.
What? So what? I bought 3 of your fucking liens.
If you hadn't fucked with them damn liens, I wouldn't be sitting in my car right now. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. That's a fact.
What about?
And not only did...
No. If you'd have paid your taxes, you wouldn't be sitting in a car, buddy. You left yourself wide open. How can you make some of the crappiest decisions that I have ever seen in my fucking life and think you got a 190 IQ? How can you think that a young girl like her would want you and have a 190 IQ? You could have an IQ at just about above room temperature and know that girl wouldn't want you.
You get me in trouble, but you got everybody in Clay County that had backward liens in trouble. Yes, you did. Comfort?
So Candace is alive, but for how long is debatable, because obviously the longer she stays in the United States without a chaperone, the more she puts herself at risk of being arrested. Because, Candace, if you're watching, honey, you have to have a chaperone when you're in the United States. You can't just be out by yourself because you'll be arrested. Okay? You have to have a chaperone. You have to have somebody that's willing to represent you while you're here in the States, okay? You really should.
That's a bunch of bull hockey. That's a bunch of bull hockey. What law says that? What law says that? I'll wait.
Should have come to me. You know, the one that actually cares about you? Yeah, that would be me. You should have come to me. I would take you down here to the government building, and we could try to get you squared away. But you, for some reason, you want to go to everybody on the damn planet
how you doing,
except
love?
the guy that actually gives a shit about you and actually wants to help you. And then I don't know if it was dumb luck or fate or the gods or whatever, but, you know, you wait until after I go to sleep and then start a bunch of shit. I guess I went to sleep about 11:30, something like that. And then about 12 o'clock, all hell breaks loose.
You fucking lied to me and then said that I was being disrespectful when you were like locking me out of your house when all I asked was just like I needed to drink a cup of coffee, and then you were like, no, you're not gonna get me a cup of coffee.
Candace, you know what? Let's entertain this for a second. I'm curious. Out of which house did Dave lock you? How did Dave lock you out of the house, and which one was it?
I was in his mother's house, and milk and the coffee powder was in his house, and then he was the one that was making coffee because I didn't have any equipment or anything. I have to go to his house.
Candace, why do you think you're entitled to have coffee, though?
He was saying that
just because you want it, you think that you get to have it? Like, is that how that works?
I was wanting to drink 1 cup of coffee every day.
I understand if you want it, sweetie, but we don't always get what we want, okay?
That's just my
Not
habit.
to mention, Candace, you're 30. Candace, you're 33 years.
I bet you she had 15 monster coffees like you get at Starbucks. I was making them all the time. I don't know what you're complaining about. Nobody with.
You know what? I wouldn't want to deal with her if I was a guy. Her shit. God, how entitled can you be? That is just entitlement. I'd be buying my own shit.
Held any coffee.
Not to mention, Candace, you're 33 years old. You can't go get coffee. Go ahead, Dave.
He disallowed me to go into his house when I wanted to get a cup of coffee.
Now, like I said, someone did message me, but I mean, I'm asleep, Should have called me, should have woke me up, should have rang my...
You know what? I wouldn't presume to go into somebody's house. I don't care, even if I was intimate with them. I wouldn't be going through their cabinets or any shit like that. That's just me. Even if I was intimate with them. I'd be buying my own shit. I'd have bought a cheap coffee pot and some coffee and a mug and made my own coffee. Good way to solve that. Or, if she's got to rent a car or if a Starbucks or something is within walking distance, get dressed and go walk down to Starbucks and go get yourself a fucking coffee. Hopefully she didn't fly down there broke.
Rang my phone and woke me up. But, whatever. But she is alive, at least, for now. Hopefully she's not in any danger. But she needs to understand that, as long as she's in the United States, she must have a chaperone. She must have an American that is willing to chaperone her and, guide her and tell her about, how things work here in the United States, et cetera, which I was more than happy to do. But she don't want to be with me for some stupid reason. I don't know why. The very person that actually does give a shit about her, she don't want to be with. She wants to be with everybody else on the planet except the guy that actually cares. So I can't make heads or tails out of that.
Okay, Lady Starfire.
It must be a woman thing, because I'm sure as fuck not understanding it. That's for sure. Of course, us guys, we tend to be logical, whereas the women tend to be emotional, and so there's all that rigmarole. But whatever. The point is that, she is alive. She is okay, so that's good. And that's one relief. I mean, I called her. I must have called her like 10 fucking times yesterday. She wouldn't answer her phone. And I'm thinking, well, maybe she's on the plane where you can't make a phone call. But no, she never got on a plane. She's right there in Wisconsin still. It's he made it sound like it's a damn grocery store. He said, I'm gonna go to this place and get some groceries. I was like, fuck, what the hell? So she's at a grocery store, I guess. Some grocery stores do have an area where you can sit and eat, and so maybe that's what it was. It's a large grocery store that has seating arrangements of some kind. I don't know. I don't know. I just I'm the one that actually does care about her and wants to help her get acclimated to the United States, and but she's not interested in that shit. So okay, she'd rather go to everybody else on the planet than me. I don't know why, but she would. So okay. But yes, Candace, understand, you must have a chaperone when you're in the States. Somebody that is willing to vouch for you and represent
bull hockey
you while you're here until you can go to the government office and get some documentation. Okay? Because if you're going to stay here, you're going to have to get some documentation of some kind. You're either going to have to get a green card, or you're going to have to get a visa, or you're going to have to get sworn in. Those are your three options. You either got to get a green card, a visa, or you got to get sworn in. Now, I was willing to take you down here to the government building and get you sworn in as a U.S. citizen. But you don't want to do that? You don't want to do that? Okay, whatever. Whatever then. I don't care. Whatever floats your boat and keeps the seamen coming, I guess. But in any event, Candace is alive, so that's a relief, because I was worried about her. I don't know why. I just, I'm crazy about the girl. I want to see her do well, but she's not reciprocating. So what are you going to do when someone won't reciprocate, right? Well, there's not a damn thing you do, right? Not a damn thing. So oh well, whatever. Anyway, this morning coffee 226 in the can. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on out there, and I am drawing a blank at the moment. So, but when I hear something, especially about this damn gas cloud, I don't know if it's heading our way. I don't know if it got swallowed up by the sun. I don't know if Jupiter grabbed a hold of it. I don't know. And, but it is worrisome. But I'll try to find out some info on it if I can. Anyways, y'all have a pleasant day and better tomorrow. Bye.
Well, that's all I've got for now until 8 p.m. tonight, Central Standard Time. It'll be a very special Bad After Dark. I hope to see you all there. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me today. You guys rock. I don't care if you were here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care. And I'll see you maybe at a pregame stream before Bad After Dark at 8 p.m. Bye. Peace.